the Great Temple of Karnak, the largest temple complex in the world. Welcome to my channel. Today, we'll be flying over to Egypt and exploring the Great Temple of Karnak. But before we begin our adventure, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more exciting tour. Our first stop is the Great Temple of Karnak. The temple is surrounded by high walls forming 3 precincts which are connected by a causeway. Through the main entrance, we can see the sacred lake in the center of the complex. The temple is famous for its towering columns and massive statues of Ramses II. As we move through the temple, we can see that each column has a unique pattern of hieroglyphics. These patterns tell stories from Egyptian mythology and history. As we walk further into the temple, we come across the famous Red Chapel, which contains a number of beautiful reliefs. We'll now take a closer look at the sacred lake. The lake was used for religious ceremonies and is still a popular tourist attraction today. We can also see the remains of a small island in the middle of the lake. This island was once home to a number of temples and other structures, but they have since collapsed. As we leave the temple complex, we can see that it is surrounded by a high wall. This wall was built to protect the temple from invaders. But unfortunately, it didn't help as the temple was sacked several times throughout history. Next up, we'll be exploring the Valley of the Kings. The valley is located about 3 miles from Karnak Temple. It contains a number of tombs of Egyptian pharaohs. We'll take a closer look at the most famous tomb in the valley, which belongs to King Tutankhamun. The entrance to the tomb is very impressive. It is decorated with colorful paintings of the king's journey to the afterlife. We'll now enter the tomb and take a closer look at the paintings. The walls are covered with hieroglyphics which tell the story of the king's life and his journey to the afterlife. We'll now move on to the burial chamber. This is where the treasure was found. The discovery of the tomb in 1922 caused a sensation around the world. Many people believe that the curse of the pharaohs is real. According to legend, anyone who disturbs the pharaoh's tomb will be cursed. We'll now explore some of the other tombs in the valley. One of the most interesting tombs belongs to Ramses III. It contains a number of beautiful paintings of the king hunting and fighting in battle. We can also see some of the treasures that were buried with him. Another tomb that is worth visiting is that of Seti I. The tomb contains a number of astronomical charts which show the Egyptians' knowledge of the stars and planets. We can also see the mummy of the king's wife and son. And finally, we'll visit the tomb of Merneptah. The tomb contains a number of unfinished paintings and sculptures. This gives us an insight into the work process of the ancient Egyptians. We can also see the mummy of the king's daughter. And that's all for our tour of Karnak Temple and the Valley of the Kings. I hope you enjoyed the tour. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching.